First tonight, how is the Guam Power Authority going to deal with its power production crisis that stemmed from the explosion at the Cabras power plant last week? PNC's Tim McHenry was at today's CCU meeting, and he's standing by with more.
Thanks, guys. GPA is down 2 major Cabras generators, and yesterday GPA GM John Benevente told us that Cabras 4 could be a, quote, total loss. GPA is struggling to meet the island's power demands and had to begin load shedding over the weekend. Their plan involves what they are calling the interruptible load program. Here's more. 3 and 4 are down, and there's no telling how long they will be down for. Meanwhile, GPA needs to shut down Cabras 2 for at least 3 weeks for repairs. One of their plans to deal with this is the interruptible load program, which involves asking large customers like hotels to use their own generators.
We're going to pay you to be available to get off the line anytime. So what happens then is they utilize that money to either maintain their systems or upgrade it or do whatever, but we're going to need them to get off the line.
And they buy fuel.
And they buy fuel. The way it works is that the amount of fuel, I calculated, I believe that the amount of fuel it costs them to generate the power there is offset by what it costs them to pay us. Again, we want a commitment. When I ask them, this is not voluntary anymore. Well, voluntary to commit and agree that we are going to pay for services their availability. That way we can assure the rest of our customers that we have that as a nominated capacity.
The CCU appeared to be on board with whatever is necessary to help GPA deal with this crisis.
We believe GPA needs to be able to access interruptible load if we have to keep the lights on. We're all guessing today what the real cost may or may not be and how much load may or may not be available. John's taken a shot at what he's willing to pay. It's $180,000 a month, $2 million a year. It's not the end of the world in a $500 million power company. We've got some LEAC flexibility because oil, thankfully, is low, and the biggest chunk of that is paying the hotels for the fuel they're burning.
Also, Benevente says they could rehabilitate and activate the Derecho CT plants. The concern here is whether or not the U.S. EPA would approve of this, since those plants are older. It could be a potential risk to the environment. While Benevente says Cabras 4 is likely a total loss, one option is to expedite the repair of Cabras 3, if it is repairable at all. GPA also plans to petition the PUC to expedite the combined cycle plant proposals near the northern wastewater plant. For PNC News, I'm Tim McHenry.